All right. So as you just come down onto the back, as always, we'll just start with that lovely full body stretch as we reach the arms up and overhead. Drawing those legs together as we point those fingers into the opposite direction of those toes. And just take a really lovely deep breath in, feeling the chest and belly expand. And exhale that all away, let it go, breathing out. Good, and again there, nice deep breath in. And let it go, breathing out. Good, give yourself a nice big cuddle as we draw those knees in through towards the chest, wrapping the arms around the legs. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed there and nestling the chin towards the chest, just finding a bit of space into the back of the neck. And as you give yourself a cuddle here, just noticing how that feels into the hips and into the lower back today. Taking those hands through to the knees. So we're going to peel the knees nice and wide of the body. Just gently pressing the knees wide there and notice how that feels into the hip flexors. Ensure you can feel the lower back onto the mat. So maybe just tweak the knees away from you just slightly, and then enjoying a nice little rock from left to right, right to left, as you massage across the lower back. Taking a deep breath. And then coming back through into stillness. Perfect. Drawing the knees back in through towards one another. And then as always, starting with our lovely spinal twist as we slide the left leg long onto your mat. Draw the right knee into the chest. And then using that left hand to guide the right side of the body across. Stacking the right hip on top of the left. Right arm melts around chest height, out through to the right, and take the gaze across that right shoulder. Either softening the gaze or just closing the eyes as you relax the hips and feeling that release from the base of the spine all the way up through to the crown of the head. Taking 2 deep breaths as we inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and release. Onto the back we go as we draw the right knee into the chest, giving that right side a nice big cuddle in. And then popping that left foot onto your mat as we send that right foot high to ceiling, either taking the hands behind the back of the right leg, or if you want to, using a strap or maybe a tie or anything you've got. But if not, just take the hands behind the back of the right leg. Kicking the heel lovely and high. Option to slide the left leg long onto your mats. Relaxing those hips, little tweak, roll the right hip away from you slightly. That will deepen that release into the back of the right leg, so just pause and breathe into that. If it's a bit too intense, just back off slightly and use the next couple of breaths to come in again. Breathe that through for 4 as we inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. And then pointing those toes up to the ceiling as you feel the stretch into the front of that right foot. Take a deep breath there. And then releasing as you bend through that right knee, draw the right knee back in through towards the chest, and just take a little roll through that right ankle. One way and then the other. And then we'll take that through that left side. So sliding the right leg long onto the mat when you're ready. Drawing the left knee in through towards the chest. Take a nice deep breath. And then using that right hand to guide the left side of the body across. Gaze comes over that left shoulder as the left arm comes out around chest or shoulder height. Make sure that left shoulder's nice and relaxed there. Unclench the jaw as you take the gaze over that left shoulder too. Twisting and releasing, breathing for 2 as we inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. Releasing onto the back as we draw that left knee in through towards the chest. Give that left side a nice big cuddle in. And then option to pop your right foot onto your mat as you extend the left leg up to the ceiling. Taking the hands or strap through towards that left leg. And this side might feel a little bit different. You might feel like you have a bit more space. Maybe it feels slightly tighter. So just noticing how that feels for your body. If you feel like you do have that space, slide your right leg long and also take that little tweak. Roll the left hip slightly away from you. It's the smallest of little movements, but it might make a huge difference into that release. Breathe that through for 4 there as we inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. And exhale. Point the toes high to the ceiling as you feel the stretch and release into the front of the left foot. Take a deep breath there. Good. And then releasing. Bending through that left knee as you draw the left knee into the chest and take a roll through the left ankle. So you just create the space through the ankle joint. Notice or feel any clicking, any tightness being released. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just changing direction. Good. Inviting both of those knees in through towards the chest. This time, if you'd like to, lift the head, tuck the chin through towards the chest. Just curl yourself into a really lovely small ball. And then relax the head and the shoulders as you come all the way back down. Taking the hands to the knees, peel the knees lovely and wide of the body once again. This time falling through into your diamond. So soles of the feet come together. Allow the outside edges of the feet to come to the mat. The closer you draw your heels in toward you, the deeper space you find. Take a moment to roll the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe the hands want to rest to belly or create space into the front body as you release the arms around shoulder height. Or if you'd like to, adding a little bit more of the hips as you press down onto those legs, as much or as little as you'd like to, adding that extra bit of weight just to ease into the hips that little bit more. And as always, holding for lovely 4 long breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. To release, press the soles of the feet together. Lift the knees back up through towards the ceiling. Feet come flat to mat. Then continue to heel toe the feet nice and wide. From there, allow both of those legs to fall through to the left. Taking the left outer ankle on top of the right leg. And as you use the weight of the left leg to press down on top of the right, feel that huge release into that right hip. You may also get a back release there too. And rest the arms to wherever feels comfortable for you. Soften, release any tension. Breathing for 4. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Releasing that left leg. Lifting the knees up through towards the ceiling. And then across through to the right with those legs. And this time taking the right outer ankle through to the top of the left leg. Adding that press down as much or as little as you like. Relaxing the back, the hips, the shoulders. Even relaxing the fingers and the toes as we hold there, breathing for 4. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Release the right leg and just allow your rest of the body to come through to the right side. So just coming through into that fetus-like position as you relax that left side on top of the right. If you'd like to, changing the breath as you breathe in through the nose, big sigh out through the mouth, let it go. And then nice and slowly starting to lift and come up through into a tabletop. Taking those hands underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips, and enjoying a few of our cat-cows. Softening the belly towards the mat, tilt the tailbone high, push into the mat with the hands, gaze lifts forward, and rounding into the back as you drop the chin through towards the chest, pushing the mat away. And just continue that a couple of times as you soften the belly, gaze lifts forward, and chin through towards the chest, rounding into the back. Noticing where you feel that the most. Is it more when the belly is soft or more when the back is rounded? And as you next exhale, no rush at all, just coming back through into your neutral spine. From your neutral spine, we're going to start to tuck the right toes onto the mat as you extend the right leg and kick back through that right heel, feeling a release into the back of the right leg there. Take a nice deep breath. Good. From there, start to lift the right toes just slightly and take those right toes over to the left side of your mat. Start to then use that left hand for stability as we reach the right arm nice and high to the ceiling. Squeeze the glutes as you push your hips through the way they face. Reaching the right arm up and overhead into a lovely side stretch. Breathing that through for 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing. As you release, we're going to step forward with the right foot into crescent lunge. So take your time to lift into your crescent lunge with the right foot forward. Soften the hips forward as we lift the arms. Feeling that release into the left hip. From here, taking the hands to opposite elbows and leaning to your right to find a stretch through the left side of the body. Soften the hips forward and then a little tweak, just rolling that left shoulder back slightly more and feeling that side stretch through the left side. Breathing for 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. And exhale. Lifting and lengthening as you breathe in. And then from here, taking those hands down onto your mat. Send those hips back. Flex your right foot as you lift the toes towards the ceiling. Feeling that deep stretch down the backs of those legs. If it feels okay, keep the hands or fingertips to the mat. But if you feel really rounded into your back, maybe come up slightly higher, hands to hips, and stick the bottom out behind you. As long as you can feel the stretch into the back of that right leg, you stay where feels comfortable for your body. Breathing for 2 there as we inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. When you're ready, just walking those hands forward as you pop the right foot back down onto your mat. We're going to tuck those left toes, release the left knee. Keep your left hand onto the mat as we come and find an easy twist, lifting that right arm. Soften the hips forward as you kick back through the left heel, looking up to that right hand, and then into some rotation for your right shoulder as you reach the hand towards the back of the mat. Brush the mat or in that direction, reach the arm forward and lifting up. Good, changing direction as we reach the right arm forward, brush the mat, reach it back and lifting up. Perfect. Right hand comes down onto your mat and taking a big step to the top of the mat with your left foot. Feet around hip distance apart into your ragdoll as you take the hands to opposite elbows. The head is completely heavy as you look through behind you, forward fold. Relaxing the head, the chest, the belly. Gripping the mat slightly with those toes. Little tweak, not much of a movement, keeping the heels down. Shift the weight slightly forward into the toes for a deeper stretch for the backs of those legs. With every exhale, feel the elbows grow ever closer to your mat. And if you'd like to, changing the breath out through the mouth, feeling that help to release the shoulders and the arms. Taking 2 more deep breaths as we inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. Relax the arms heavy towards the mat. Don't worry where the hands come to. Little squeeze of the glutes just to support your back as you roll all the way up and through into standing. Take your time to get there. Be mindful of any lightheadedness as we come all the way up. Good. At the top, we're going to reach the arms up and overhead. I'm just going to come down onto my lower leg so you can see me, but stay standing. Interlace the fingers, roll the palms of the hands nice and high up through towards the ceiling. Take a little lean through to your left and find that side stretch through the right side of the body. Push the palms of the hands away, take a deep breath. Good, inhale to lift, coming all the way up and then across to the right. Again, take a nice deep breath. And inhale to lift, coming all the way up. Good, perfect. As you release, release those hands, hinge from the hips, come all the way down into your forward fold. Maybe the hands come through behind the backs of the legs this time. As you look through behind you, take a deep breath. Good. And then bend the knees as much as you need to for your hands to come to the mat. And take a step back into our tabletop. And we'll reset and take that through that left side. Good. So when you're ready, this time we start by extending the left leg back behind us. Tuck those left toes as you kick back through that left heel. Notice if you still feel that, or maybe it's already started to ease. Strong through the hands as we push the mat away. Try and avoid sinking into those shoulders. Take a deep breath. Perfect. And then lifting those left toes just slightly. And this time taking those left toes through to the right side of your mat. And reach that left arm high to the ceiling. Squeeze the glutes. Push the hips through the way they face. Lifting the left arm up and overhead, real intentional reach. As you reach the fingertips away, feel that side stretch. Relaxing the head to wherever it falls to. And breathe for 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and release. Take your time as you release the left hand. Take the hand towards the back of the mat. And then just releasing as you step that left foot to the top of the mat into our crescent lunge. Reach the arms nice and high as you breathe in. Soften the hips forward. And this time, taking those hands to opposite elbows. Melt the hips forward, feel the release into the right hip. And then take your lean through to the left as you find the stretch into the right side of the body. Remember that little tweak. This time that right elbow just rolls back slightly, finding that space down the right side of the body. Breathing for 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and release. Reach the arms nice and high as you breathe in. And then slowly release those hands down onto your mat, fingertips if we need, to send those hips back. Lift the left toes as you flex that left foot. Good. Again, remember, if you feel really rounded into the back, you can always take the hands to the hips. Lift those left toes and feel that stretch into the back of the leg. Good. 2 breaths there. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and release. Popping that left foot down onto your mat. Soften the hips forward so we feel that stretch into the right hip again. Right hand comes down onto your mat. Tucking those right toes, release the right knee and lift that left hand to the ceiling, easy twist. Soften the hips forward and down there. And then into that rotation for the left shoulder as we reach the hands to the back of the mat. Brush the mat or in that direction. Reach the arm forward and lifting up. Good, opposite way as we reach forward. Brush the mat. Reach it back and lifting up. Good, as that left hand comes down onto your mat, taking a long step forward with that right foot this time. Relax the head into forward fold, whether you choose to take the hands behind the backs of those legs or the hands come through to opposite elbows. Fold in half, head heavy, and breathe for 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Relax the arms heavy, don't worry where they come to. Squeeze those glutes just slightly to protect your back as you round into the back and lift yourself all the way up through into standing. Again, staying onto those feet, but I'll just come down so you can see. Reach the arms nice and high as you breathe in. This time your right hand's going to come forwards and the left hand's going to come back. Now naturally, as you twist, your left hip will want to come through behind you too. But I want you to keep your hips facing the top of the mat. So hug that right hip back and the left hip forward. Looking over that left shoulder, but relax the shoulders naturally. The thumbs face the ceiling. Lovely twist and release for the thoracic spine. Good. Keep hugging that left hip forward, right hip back. And then bringing some rotation through your shoulders as we're going to take the thumbs, face the thumbs towards the mat. And then if it's available, take the thumbs just behind you as much as possible. And then do that again as you lift the thumbs up to the ceiling. Good. And then nice and slowly take the thumbs down and back behind you. Good. Perfect. Lift the thumbs back up through towards the ceiling. Reach the arms high. And then twisting through to the right. This time, hug the left hip back, the right hip forward. Looking over that right shoulder. Relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath. Good. And then take those thumbs, face the thumbs towards the mat and then back behind you. Good. And then all the way back up through towards the ceiling. And again, take the thumbs down and back behind you. Good. And take the thumbs back up to the ceiling. Good. Lift the arms nice and high as you breathe in. And as you just relax the arms, take a lovely little roll through those shoulders. one way and then the other.